What's up, YouTube? Gymnasium here. Gonna go over the Mosaic Assassin and changes for her and something I've suggested that we could do to nerf the Mosaic Sin to a more reasonable level. And so when we bump into D2 here, shout out to Lucky Luciano. He created this assassin for me. And he even named the Griffins. But I'll go over the gear, and then we're going to be on players 8. So if you want to see that, let me hide myself real quick. Thank you, Bereaver. So players 8 here is what the player setting we're going to be on. I guess we could also do it via the options, gameplay, difficulty scaling, offline. And the gear is as follows. It's going to be really, really good. We'll just edit this out of the YouTube video. Bereaver is literally just trolling him right now. Excuse me. So we have Enigma for teleporting. We have Mara's Griffins, like I said. Yo, we can go over here. We can. We got Mosaics. Right, and they're both insanely powerful. Both 3 Phoenix Strike, 3 Blades of Ice, 3 Claws of Thunder, and then 320 gloves. Just keep moving around, you know. Raven for the Cannot Be Frozen. The Arachnid for the faster cast rate combined with the Griffins so that we can teleport faster. It's all that is. SOJ, and then upped Gore Riders for extra fizz kick damage. Skillers, light res, small charms, because otherwise we don't have any light res. We could put on like 20 life, 5 all res small charms too, but then we got the 2020-10 and 2020 Torch, Annie. I think there's a Mercenary here. I'm going to do it without the Mercenary. And the cool thing about the Mosaics is that they are not 50%. See, this is a normal Mosaic. 47% chance for finishing moves to not consume charges is not normal. The normal is 50%, right? So we have some hacked in Mosaics, right? We have another 47 here and 47 here. So now we have 94% chance for it not to consume our charges, which means as we kick, we're going to rotate through our charges. And 247s is pretty rough, as you'll see. We'll do a run real quick. And I'm going to do these abilities right here. As you can see, I do not have Fist of Fire. I do not want to use Fist of Fire because it will consume or take up the lifesteal, and I'd rather have the lifesteal from Poker Strike. So if we start from full health and do a run of CS, here we'll just do a new game, and we'll start the timer on new game.
Follow me.
We'll go up here, get our charges. Remember, this is players 8. So we're just going to get all the charges. Oops, that's burst speed. And granted, this is not going to be perfect gameplay, right? I don't play Mosaic Assassin that often, but I've done enough testing of this to show that it is still powerful enough to do where you consume your charges. You build them up every so often so that you don't do full damage all the time. Right? I kicked Vizier off, which is annoying. There we go. Got him. Build up our charges again. This ace is immune to like pretty much all of our damage. So we need to get to just one charge of Phoenix Strike so that the meteors kill him. This is one thing about not going Fist of Fire, is that this ace can be annoying. But you can see this takes a little bit longer than it would to do as a normal Mosaic Assassin. And we still rip through CS players 8. Right. And then we wait for the Diablo spawn. We're gonna lose our charges. We could convert, or we could go to to town and jump somewhere and keep our charges up. But honestly, because I just want to showcase, we have Claws of Thunder and Phoenix Strike fully charged up. P8 Diablo. And we're just gonna kick them until we run out of charges. And there you go. We killed Diablo with only Phoenix Strike and Claws of Thunder charged up on players 8. Seems good. So. And that took us under 3 minutes. It took us a little bit longer than a normal run. If we do another run here, start the timer over, it should take us a little bit less time. I need to get potions. Hold on. Let's restart the timer.
Follow me.
All right. Nice. Perfect gameplay. Anyway, get our charges again, stack up, build up all 3 on each. And the reason why I build up all 3 on each is because the chance to consume charges won't consume 1 from every charge. It'll consume randomly 1 from one or another. So if I don't accidentally throw away all my Phoenix Strike and Claws of Thunder and all Blades of Ice and all of that. Anyway. When this ace isn't cold immune or light immune or what? No, he's always cold immune. Sorry, when he's not light immune, goes down kind of easily there. Right. And if we want to keep our charges, like I was saying earlier, we can go to town, go over to like, you can go back to River of Flame or something. I like to go to Act 1 and just like, hit something. And we come back to Act 4. Hit up Diablo. There you go. And that's with 94%, right? And that was under a minute 50. So sub 2 with pretty massively nerfed mosaics. Now, like I said, this is really powerful gear. And we can do this with an Infinity Mercenary, which will make this probably twice as easy. Right, we got Infinity for Andes on the Merc. Start the timer over. And one more time with Infinity Merc. Show just how powerful this can still be in the now full build, late game, right? Now the Mercenary is going to start taking some of my kills, so it's going to be a little annoying for landing or keeping our charges up. And when you see the meteors rain down, you know you're on 1 Phoenix Strike, so you can charge that back up. Right. There's just like telltale signs that you're not on your full charges, especially when you're just doing too little damage. And it's a more, I think, fair and balanced build. You have to actually, you know, build up to do super crazy damage, but you can still do super crazy damage. And obviously, like I said, this would be twice as easy with a... Oh, I didn't start the timer. My bad. But like I said, this would be faster with the Mercenary. Anyway. And maybe we got a Talrasha Amulet for those of you who are curious on the items. There you go. So, that is the Mosaic Assassin on 94. What we're going to do now is drop one of the 47s and go to 50. Alright. And we'll start the timer on game start. I forgot to start it on the other one, but I mean, you could tell it was just way faster with the Merc that has Infinity, right? The minus enemy resist is crazy. And then we charge up. I found some crazy items doing this. Found Ondals last night while practicing too. And then we go back to Act 1, Cold Plains. And we go in, kill Diablo instantly. And that's all players 8. So, that was a minute and whatever, 10. And pause the timer. Anyway. So, last night, a couple of screenshots from some of the runs I did. Actually, just like 2 back-to-back runs I did. I did 2 50s. This is without a Mercenary. Hold on. I forgot to have these pulled up before talking. Alright. So, without the Mercenary, 2 Mosaics at 50%. 1 minute and 13 seconds. Diablo dies, right? Pretty much as fast as I just did it with the 1 nerfed with the Conviction Aura Pally. Or, not Pally, Merc. I'd have to kill off the Merc to do another test, right? But this is what I did with that. Then I did it with the 247s here in 1 minute and 42. So nerfed, we do it, you know, 30 seconds slower, which is more balanced. You can see the meteors on the ground killing Diablo here. So, as I was saying, Mosaic is way too busted for its current state. Not dropping charges is allowing you to do damage that is outside of what these charges were meant to be doing. They are meant to be build up 3 charges and then use all 3 of them for a massive, powerful effect. And now they're just absolutely blowing things away. Let me get rid of chat. But you can see when you have Blades of Ice charged up, you get not only the first charge, second charge, and third charge. You get all 3 when hitting. So you do cold damage in a radius, and freeze. Then you also do lightning damage, nova damage, and charge bolt damage on Claws of Thunder. That's why this is so powerful. And then Phoenix Strike does 1 of the 3. So we stack it all the way up to the 3rd charge when we're losing charges, because the 2nd charge does the most damage, as we can see on the damage there, 3 to 13,000. We're also using Griffins for the extra lightning damage and minus enemy light res, so that also benefits the lightning damage there. And yeah, it's absolutely just shredding everything on the screen. Another thing is the effect. As you're watching the video, you could see that the FPS just drops. There's way too many effects going on the screen for Mosaic Assassin. that needs to be fixed, like pronto. You need to be able to see what charge you're on if this is the change they decide to go with, because then you're not sure, hey, is my Phoenix Strike on 1, 2, or 3 because we're losing charges here. You can kind of tell when it's on 1 because the meteors rain from the sky and you're not seeing the entire screen fill up with like massive AoE of cold or lightning. But other than that, like you're just not getting enough information, and it's a little delayed. So if they could just, make that change to Diablo 2 right now, I think Diablo 2 is in a great spot. And they seem to be doing small changes here and there, so that's the one small change I hope they do for D2. Anyways, thanks for watching.